Temperatures right now are much warmer than they were 24 hours ago in many parts of Missouri. Columbia is no exception at 5 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. Other parts of the state also reflecting this increase, but you can see here off to the northwest that a lot of areas neighboring us are seeing temperatures much cooler than they were from a day ago. It's as far as from Kansas City here, just next door, -4 degrees, to all the way -20 here in Lincoln, Nebraska, -14 in Kearney. It's very much cooler there than it was over the past couple of days because of a cold front moving on through, and you can kind of see that line of where the front is currently situated here right past this bluer area and before it reaches here this warmer yellow and orange area where temperatures are still a bit warmer at this time. It's going to be coming through here in mid-Missouri tonight, and it's going to lower our temperatures quite a bit for tomorrow. Not a huge cool down and not as drastic of a swing as we've seen here over the past couple of days, but we are going to see our temperatures definitely go down to the lower to middle 80s at a minimum, I think. And again, this cool down is not going to be because of rain as we saw on Friday. In fact, pretty much everything with this cold front and behind it is expected to be dry. Most rain here is now off to our east or northeast, and any rain that we do see at the moment is actually associated with the center of this low pressure system off to our northeast here. We had a little bit of rain earlier kind of coming in from the northeast and coming down into some of our northernmost counties. Macon and Moberly seeing a little bit of rain earlier tonight, but you can see a lot of this has since fizzled out, and that will be the case if we see any more rain come in from this direction. Just some very brief downpours maybe heading on through the northern half of our viewing area north of I-70, though we could see some very stray and slight showers, maybe not even showers, sprinkles more like throughout the rest of the night here and into Sunday afternoon here. But you can see by Sunday night we are expected to be clearing out both in terms of clouds and in terms of rain that we're really expecting to see. Monday on Labor Day itself should provide a much warmer and much drier day compared to what we've seen, and it's going to set the trend for quite some time here as we're expected to be quite dry, not just for the rest of Labor Day weekend, but for the start of next week as well here. Pretty much all zeros here after Monday night across the board, expecting those dry conditions to last into the middle part of the week or so. And we take a look at temperatures as well, and we're not really expecting too much of a change here after tomorrow. As I mentioned, we'll have that big cool down to the lower to middle 80s here on Sunday, but after that, we're staying in that range here, I think, in the lower to middle 80s for the rest of the weekend and again for next week as well. Maybe increasing a little bit here to those middle 80 temperatures by the middle part of next week, but overall, I think we'll definitely not be dealing with too much of a variation here. We'll finally settle into a fairly continuous pattern. Humidity is going to be changing a little bit as well. We won't be as humid as we have been over the past few days. Dew points in the middle 60s or so from Sunday into Monday. That's still noticeable, but not as high. And then they'll slowly be decreasing further here as we head towards next week. Dew points maybe more towards 60 degrees, which would feel more like fall than summer as we begin to wrap up this summer season. For tonight, though, we'll have another warm night at 66 degrees with some spotty clouds and predominantly dry. Again, maybe some of those showers move in from the northeast, but overall I think it's unlikely, and they will be very, very light if they do. 83 degrees for tomorrow, mostly sunny, again slightly cooler, and that's going to set the trend for the next couple of days as we expect our temperatures to really stay in that lower to middle 80s range for Labor Day here. Labor Day actually being the coolest day here on this 8-day chart at 82 degrees. After that, I guess we'll warm up slowly here as we head towards the middle part and latter part of next week, all while staying very dry and very sunny here as we begin to get into the middle of September.